check is well. What up, Joe? What up, Joe? What up, Joe? Y'all know what it is. NBA Nightly Show presented by Detroit Fan Report. And I'm your host with the most, Neil, aka Bandit. And I'd like to introduce the panel I have with me today. Starting with the man that's lean back. Lean back. Rich.
What up, though, y'all? Know what I'm doing? Ripping them big Pistons. Up 11 at half. Catch me on X at Riggs 928.
For sure,
Go Pistons, baby.
And representing Go New York, go. We got Nick. Great.
What up, Doe? Yeah, man. Just enjoyed the Knicks win yesterday. It was a hard fought win. OG did get hurt. It looks like he's day to day, so we'll probably be out for game 3. Hopefully, get him back for 4. Maybe we could finish it off in 5. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man. Looking to talk some basketball. Let's go.
For sure. And we got this stat junkie himself, my brother Marcus.
What's up, y'all, man? How y'all doing? I'm just ready to talk some basketball. It's been some good games here lately. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, been a minute for you. Well, so last time I saw you.
Been busy, man. I felt so good that I got home and said, "Hold up, I got time." Yeah, here I come.
It's that daddy life. Wouldn't have it any other way, right?
Hey, you ain't wrong, but it's just no consumer.
All right, well, let's talk about these NBA games. We'll start off with the one that's currently going on right now, and that is the Cavs versus the Pistons. The Pistons are up right now, currently in the series 1-0, and like Rich said, they got 11-point lead at halftime. Starting with you, Rich. Have you changed your mind on you think what the prediction outcome of this series is going to be? And how you feel about this game?
Man, I'm still going to say 6, man. Pistons in 6. But everything that I said prior to this series so far has played out. Said it was the bigs were going to be the thing. But right now, Detroit's winning that. In this game in particular, I like what Detroit's doing. They're letting Tobias, Duran, Ausar, Jenkins bring the ball up the floor and playing Cade off ball and letting him do his work there. I mean, he's only got 5 and 6 assists at halftime. He hasn't even taken that many shots. Jenkins, man, he's finally woken up since Game 7 in Orlando, and been the player that he was in the regular season. Because he struggled the first 6 games in Orlando series. Man, he was damn near unplayable. He was awful. Tobias, man, he keeps doing his thing. Ron Hollins getting some ball in some PT. He's balling, man. Like the announcer said, Brent Barry said, yeah, you go from Ausar, he got benched because he had 3 fouls. You bring Ron, another dog. Like, it don't make the job any easier on James Harden, man. Or easier, I should say. I like the way they're playing. I got to keep playing well. Watch the turnovers. But, man, if you watch these possessions, man, they swarm like bees. They close out on these shooters so dang fast. That's what makes them. It makes them good. I mean, you're gonna get got every once in a while, but man, they make it really, really tough, man. This is well, we'll see. Still a lot of game left in this game too. Can't put a bow on this series yet. Not even close. But I like what I'm saying.
Nate, your thoughts on the series, and have you changed your mind about it?
Yeah, I kind of have a little bit. I mean, I haven't really watched this series, to be honest with you. Every time it comes on, I'm doing something else. But I mean, from what I've seen so far, the Cavs are kind of hanging in there. I mean, you look at the first game, it was 93-93, and basically the Pistons went on a run and won that game. So for the most part, it's been pretty close. Like, they've been within 10 points of each other. The thing is that from what I've seen on as far as the game highlights, the Cavs are struggling shooting the ball. Like, just watching that video you put up about maybe 5-10 minutes ago, they missed about 6 or 7 shots in that picture right there. So that tells me that the Cavs aren't shooting well. And this kind of gives me more of like the Cavs Raptors vibe, like where, the Cavs won their 2 at home, Raptors won their 2 at home. And the series really didn't get started till like 5, 6, and 7. I kind of feel like that's the way the Pistons and the Cavs are going to go. The Cavs they'll probably lose this game because unless they get on a crazy run, the Pistons will probably win this game. But I don't see the Pistons probably winning in Cleveland. I think Cleveland wins the next 2, and then 5, 6, and 7. We'll see what happens. I just need more from Mitchell. I know Mitchell's been playing solid, but I need him to get up in the 30 and the 35 range, and he hasn't done that yet. Maybe he's waiting to do that when he gets home. I don't know, but they're just not hitting their shots, and it's okay. I mean, when you get home, all the role players go off. That's what happens. That's what Detroit's players are doing right now. They're playing at home and they're making their shots. So I just think this series now will probably be 6. I still think the Cavs are going to win this series, just because I think at some point the Cavs will start making some shots. And can Detroit keep up their shooting right now? So far, so good. But hey, didn't I also say the last time that to take the ball out of Cade's hands and put him more off the ball? It looks like that's what they're doing, because they realize those turnovers that he was doing against Orlando Magic were costing him too many points. So they're like, you know what? Let's get the ball, put it into somebody else's hands, take the pressure off of Cade. I mean, no different than what the Knicks are doing with Brunson. Now that Cat's playing the point forward, Brunson's playing off ball. And so the pressure's not so much on Brunson, and Brunson can kind of play freely. That's what you want your best player to do, is play freely. You don't want him to play with all that pressure on him, because that's where turnovers happen. So I'm glad they did that with Cade, because I think that's a good adjustment by Bickerstaff, by taking the ball out of his hands and kind of let him be more of a freelance player. And it's so far working out pretty good. He's getting other people involved.
Marcus.
I think it might go 6 at the most. I do like Detroit's defense right now, especially the defense they have on Harden, making it hard for him to bring up the ball, forcing turnovers. The defense on Mitchell's been good. Mitchell's going to get his points, but 5 for 10 shooting right now, 0 for 3 from the 3. I'll take that.
Yeah. He just hasn't had that really star game yet, and I think that's when he's going to go home.
And I think what's really helping with Detroit is the throw-in is not the same defender for the whole game. Like, how some teams, they only have one good defender. Yeah. Detroit can kind of interchange them. And I think that's also helping being able to throw different defenders at Harden and Mitchell, different style defenders, is throwing them off their game a little bit. I think it might be affecting the shooting. Do I think Cleveland's going to win a game at home? Yes, I think they're definitely going to win game 3. But if Detroit just keeps up this pressure, and I do like Cade off ball right now. Mm-hmm. But my biggest thing is Duren. I need more from you.
Yeah,
I need more from you. I think every Detroit fan is saying the same thing.
How many points does he have right now?
I think 5. No.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
5 points. Come
5.
on.
You only shot the ball 4 times on 17 minutes of play.
And you want to get a max deal. Yeah.
But,
hey, Vanny, can I say?
no, go ahead.
I was going to say one thing real quick about this series. I think I mentioned it the last time that I think that the Cavs, if they really want to win this series, they really have to take Cade out of the game. I mean, even though he doesn't have the ball in his hands, they really have to like kind of eliminate him and kind of continue to let these others beat him, which is kind of happening right now. But can it happen through a whole series? We'll see. Because if you watch the Timberwolves and the Spurs and the Lakers and Thunder, they've all double teamed their best players. The Spurs were double teaming Ant last night and blitzing him, and the Lakers were doing the same thing to Shea, and it
Well,
caused them to get turnovers too. So I really want the Cavs to start doing that more with Cade, man. Like you don't have a one-on-one defender that can match with Cade. You have
Not
to
at
you
all.
have to have team defense.
well, today
So-
he got 20 minutes with only 5 points, so that's shutting down Cade. The other players have been involved. So.
That's what I'm saying. But can it? I mean, they need to continue that, or at least be more take the ball out of his hands completely. Because can that be extended for a whole series? We'll have to see.
So they have been, and also in these postseason, and the stat guru should know this. Cade has been getting damn near quite a bit of his points in the fourth quarter. He's actually the leader in the fourth quarter right now by far. The other night he had 13 going in the fourth, and he had 19 or something in the fourth quarter. Like that dude has been going off in the fourth quarter. And he's learned from last year's playoff experience. And it also helps. He's 6'6". So I mean he could see over the defense, pretty well. But they're definitely blitzing him. They're definitely, trying the doubles coming, getting it right to the other guy. And as long as Detroit keeps making that, as they call it in the NBA, the extra pass, that's where they'll get their money, man.
That
Gotta make
and
that extra pass.
you know who's been hot for Detroit? Tobias Harris,
Yeah.
giving them
He
what
went
20
down.
the past 5
Mitchell,
games.
you might have missed it tonight, Marcus. Mitchell shook the fucking hip up out of
I mean, does he really have any hips left? Touche.
Hey, he went down, bro. Now he didn't shake him out his boots. He shook him out his hip, bro. He grabbed.
But like that's one of my key factors for Detroit right now is Tobias Harris is giving them 20 a game the past 5
Yeah.
games.
He's really stepped up his game.
And that's been real important for them because I know the one game, what was it, against Orlando, he came out real aggressive. While Cade was struggling, he took like the first 5-6 shots.
I mean, that's why you brought him in, and
it's perfect. And then now with Jenkins stepping up,
you brought him in.
Robinson,
You saw part of
I'm
that
not
last year with the
optimistic.
Knicks. He was one of the big scores for them. So, and he's gonna have to be because the thing is that Duran's not giving you nothing. Like
at all.
basically Cade and Unk. Like those are the guys that are your reliable scorers. So if one of those guys are off, you're not gonna win a game.
Duran just had 15 and 15 last game. Let's not do
hold
that.
up. Hey,
Oh,
Duran,
Yeah, but
Duran
that's
stepped
15,
up late
15
in that.
put
Duran
backs.
stepped up late in that game, and it was huge. I will give him that. The third
Yeah.
and fourth quarter, he came alive. Cade was feeding him on lobs. They were looking.
But
they were-
what did you just say? Lobs. That's how he scores. Like you can't.
That's
He's
how
not.
he played. That's his game. That's his
That's
style of play.
fine. That's fine. But that's not a guy that you're going to rely to get you a bucket. That's what I'm trying to say. Like when the game's on the line, if Cade needs to be on his game, because if Cade's not on his game, they're not going to win. Because
And-
nobody else can really get you a reliable bucket.
I also feel like though Detroit has gotten away from trying to play big man ball just this series with the fact that you do have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley who are solid defenders down there.
Oh
Right.
my gosh.
So you have
It's tough.
been
It's
seeing more
tough, man. They're
You
big
just-
bodies.
So you have been seeing more guard work this series. So I understand the points drop a little bit with Duran, but me personally as a fan and knowing he's an all-star and knowing what he can do, I still think he should still try to push 20 at least. If Unk can give 20, you got to give at
Right.
least 17.
Yeah.
But like I said, last game he came on strong third and fourth quarter and was huge for them.
Well, like I said, man, two guys on one guy, that usually wins. Like they have all that size, and Bickerstaff's not going to go big. So it's basically like, okay, we're going to keep our 7-footers out there. So they either going to have to score inside and be enforcers, or Detroit's right now making their shots. So as long as they're making their shots, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think this series the more I kind of see it, I think it's kind of going back to Cleveland. They'll probably win their 2, and then 5, 6, and 7. That's where the real series is going to begin. Because I think both are really good home teams.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next matchup of tonight. We got the Lakers, Game 2 versus Oklahoma City Thunder. Lakers are right now losing in the series, 1-0 to the Thunder. Marcus, I'm gonna start with you, man. How you feel about this series, man? And do the Lakers have a chance?
Hey, man, all I got to say is heck of an effort by LeBron, 40-year-old man still trying to do what he can do with.
For sure. He's doing the best he can, man.
Player, non-existent since he came back from injury. Non-existent. Ghost. He's really missing Luka right now. Do they stand a chance? Probably not. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying seeing LeBron try to will his team to a win and seeing that he still has the ability to try to fight. I got to give it up to the old man because he ain't got no help.
Yeah.
When Rui Hachimura, or however you say his name, is your second leading scorer and you got Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves gave you 8 points.
Yeah, and that's another guy who wants a max deal or wants big money. Like, really?
When you're depending on Marcus Smart to shoot the ball 15 times, you got a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. Let's just be honest. When is
Smart's never had a good jump shot. He's never. He
came in the league known for defense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and just being a big body.
Exactly. He has no hope. The Lakers are in dire need for Luka to come back, which I don't think I don't think they're getting that. So it's over for LA. But hey, keep it up, LeBron. Hats off, man. Hats off.
Nate.
Yeah. I mean, the first game I was impressed by the Lakers. They really stayed in the game and they played well. What did surprise me about Oklahoma City is just that they're so deep. Like they come at you in so many waves. Like think of them as like when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, they came in waves. So
what kind of fucking
No, but let me explain.
Wait a minute.
For you history people, let me explain. So the thing is, the first wave did most of the damage, right? That's your starting 5. Okay, fine. Then you bring in the other wave, which is your second team, and that did more damage. And then you bring in the third wave, which is your outside of your bench players coming in. Like, you look at their team, dude. Like, they can go 12 deep if they want to. They could go.
Jared McCain.
A steal. Like, a steal.
Philly gifted them.
Dude, he was rookie of the year if he doesn't get hurt.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick? Proud to be American.
Shut up, Neil. Shut up.
But go on, Nate. I was just
they just come in waves, bro. Like, bro,
anyone.
Yeah.
Like, you looked at the stat from the last game. They had one person who didn't touch the court. Yeah. One person.
Dude, and they're doing it without their all-NBA player in J-Dub. Like, you literally have the other Williams coming in. You have Caruso. You have A.J. Mitchell. You have McCain. You have Cason Wallace. Like, bro, my God, you have a whole starting 5 that probably could start on other teams.
Like, shit.
And I'm gonna throw one to you here. And I just read this too. They have a really good chance of getting the number 1 pick in the draft.
They got fucking 6 of them. Like,
imagine. Just wrap your head around this. Imagine if they win the chip and they get the number 1 pick, which is going to be AJ DeBonza. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's over.
It's over.
Three-peat. Because let's be honest here. Let's be real. Does anybody right now look like they're stopping this Thunder team?
Hell no.
Like, can we talk about the fact that they look like they might damn well possibly be on a 2-peat right now with the way that they are just.
I mean, and they're doing it out their second best player literally right now. It's insane.
Like, I feel bad for LeBron. This was it's a tough way to go.
It's gonna be a sweep, bro. It's gonna be a sweep.
I was happy he didn't get swept last round. He proved me wrong. Yeah. But this one. Yeah, you might be getting the brooms out. If
Yeah,
they
they're
still
just
won
they're just
LA,
too talented. They're just too talented, man. Just way too talented.
they might still win because the Thunder might take their foot off the gas in LA for one
Maybe,
game, maybe.
maybe, dude. I don't
But
know.
I'll let y'all go on.
Rich, your thoughts on the Laker Thunder series?
I think LeBron gets. I'm gonna stay with what I said. I think LeBron gets in one game. I'm thinking it's game 3. He's still got a 40-point, 50-point game in him, man.
Ooh.
And it's crazy to say for being at it. He's
No,
my
you
age.
ain't wrong.
I've been a LeBron guy forever. He graduated I didn't graduate, but my graduation year was supposed to be 02. and that's the year he graduated.
I graduated with him in spirit, motherfucker. Yeah, we were on the stage together.
He's damn near my age. Like, I've literally grown up with this guy. Like, literally, no homo.
Next door neighbors, bro. He used to come to my house and borrow sugar.
Even when he was on the Cavs the first time, and I'm a Pistons fan, always will. I'll always root for my Pistons against him, but I've always liked him, and that is my guy. I've always been a LeBron guy. What he's doing at this age is fucking nuts.
Unheard of.
And he'll I think he'll win a game. Marcus is right. Fucking Austin Reeves looks like Karis LeVert right now. Like, it is bad.
Bro, that's terrible.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Am I wrong?
You had to throw LeVert in there like that.
He's playing just like how Chris Braun played for the Nuggets this year. Just got signed a max contract and gave 8
Take the money and run. Well, Reeves hasn't got paid yet. He's wanting to get paid. That's not the way to do it, bro. Like, you need to get paid, then suck.
I think he rushed himself back from that injury though, because he's not been the same player since.
I mean,
you gotta take that and
I mean, yes and no. He's a nice player, but they hunt him on defense all the time. Like, there's 3 things in life: death, taxes, and anytime you see a white boy on the court, you go after him. Like,
Hey, Larry Bird if you listen to them stories, Larry Bird, he used to tell Zeke and all them, man, get this white boy off on me. You better put a brother on me. Bird was crazy with it.
yeah. Well, Larry Bird was a Hall of Famer. He's probably the exception to the rule. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you see a guy like that on the court, you're going after him every time, and that's the problem.
I'm saying, Larry Bird, when a white boy was put on him, he was like,
"Oh,
you need to put a brother on me."
Chicken?
Yeah, that's just white on white crime right there.
What Shaq say? Barbecue chicken alert?
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah, white barbecue chicken alert.
Do Larry Bird got a black wife?
But I mean, the thing is, like, listen, like, if you're in the playoffs, this is where when you're in the playoffs, this is where you make your bag, right?
Yes,
this is where you get your money. And apparently, Duran and Reeves didn't get the memo because they lost money so far, and they've been exploited by their games, And it's a bad matchup for Reeves, man, because he's got guys like Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, AJ Mitchell, Shea himself. Like, they all can guard him, And if his shot's not on, he doesn't have a second option to his game. He's too slow to get by those guys. If his three's not falling, I mean, what is he gonna do? Play defense? Yeah, right.
All right, before we get into the next topic, I'd like to say thank everybody for watching. Do us a favor, man. Hit the subscribe button, Detroit Fan Report. The link is in the description.
Hey,
Rich, give us a score update on the Pistons Cavs game.
6:59 left in the third and 62-56 Pistons. Hey, I want to shout
close.
out though. It is man, shout out to the Lions for showing up and supporting the Pistons, man. Hutch
I
is there
did
tonight.
see that.
Jameer Gibbs has been at every damn home game, I think. Amon Ra's been at them. J-Mo, Jared Goff.
I hope so. They're free tickets. I would be there too all the time. Shit, if I was that good.
Draymond Green, He's there courtside tonight, and he was interviewed. They said, "Why are you at this game?" He said, "I'm from Michigan."
Michigan State.
He has never kept it a secret. He's a Pistons fan, obviously he plays for the Warriors, but he always roots for them, right? I would love to see Draymond in a Pistons uniform.
Shout out Draymond Green for catching strays today. I saw a lot of them.
Hey, that was crazy take against Barkley, but anyways,
I loved it, man. I hate Barkley sometimes. Like Barkley says some stupid ass shit, and Dre just threw it right back in his face. Like, hey, I don't want to play like you. And then they showed the highlights of him, and I don't blame him either. Guy hit like 2 side shots on the backboard. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't care.
Yeah, Barkley averaged double-double though in Houston. No, come on, what are we doing?
Yeah, but it's 2 different players.
All right, let's get to the next game, the next series we got. Nate, I'm gonna let you go first because New York Knicks, since that 52-point game against the Hawks, have been showing up and showing out.
Hell, man, I'd be more happier.
My question for you is, what changed for the Knicks, and can they keep this going for remaining of the playoffs?
Well, this was supposed to be a really gloating point, but man, when OG went down, I hold my breath because he's had some hammy issues. He had one last year, or he went this season, and he's got a hammy this time. He's probably going to be out game 3. Hopefully, the Knicks can win game 3, and then just kind of let him sit out till game 5. This was a hard win, man. Like I said to everybody, I know that the Sixers are going to come out and play better. They move with better pace without Embiid. Embiid's kind of a ball stopper. As good as he is, he's a ball stopper, and Maxey suffers when Embiid is holding onto the ball a lot because Maxey likes to come off screens and he likes to get to the basket. He's quick as hell. And you saw the Maxey that you're expecting to see in this series. This is what people expect the series to look like. Yesterday was a perfect example. Like, this was supposed to be a close game. It was supposed to be back and forth. Your star players are going to show up. The one thing I can say about the Knicks, man, is the Knicks are just gritty, man. Like, the foul calls were horrendous in that game. Like, I think in the second quarter there was 10 fouls to 1 foul to the Knicks. That's ridiculous. You can't have that lopsided of a quarter of calls of fouls. Like, but like it was a good game. Like, Cat got in foul trouble. He needs to work on stop getting stupid fouls. That's for sure. But OG stepped up really well. Shout out Mikal Bridges. He's taking a lot of strays lately, and man, he's playing better. He's gonna have to play even better now with OG out. I really like what they're doing with Cat. Like, if you watch Cat, it looks like Joker. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Like, he sets the center of the court and he looks to find the cutters and the drivers. And then if there's nothing there, he takes it on his own to score. Is that not Joker? Does Joker not do the same thing? Like, literally. Or if you want to go Draymond does the same thing too. So it's kind of like a Joker / Draymond role, and Mike Brown coached Draymond, so maybe it might be more of a Draymond situation. But either way, taking the ball and putting it in Cat's hands and taking it off of Brunson is helped a lot, because I'm thinking, like, if you're going to play the Pistons, who play aggressive defense, they want to get up on Brunson really bad. And the thing is that if the ball's in Cat's hands, Brunson's free to kind of move around, and then the defender's gonna have to chase Brunson around. You know what I'm saying? And then you got cutters like OG, and you got cutters like Michael, who Cat can find, and Cat's a good passer for them. So I don't know. I think the Knicks will win game 3, but Embiid's questionable. OG's questionable. I don't expect OG to play. I think OG will be out this game. He'll probably play game 4, but if Embiid doesn't play, I don't know. It could be tough, because it's a lot of pressure on the Sixers to win this game, because if they don't win this game, it's pretty much over.
Marcus.
I can agree with Nate, but here's my only thing with the Knicks. They're playing great. They look great. They're looking like they could come out of the East. I'm not. There's no denying it.
Yeah.
But can they keep this up? because the Knicks have always been a good team here lately once they got Brunson, and
Yeah.
they've been good, but they always fall off a little bit. But I'm liking the consistency they're having right now, and the change in Cat, who I'm always hating on. I
A lot of people are.
did like his last game because, bro, I just expect so much more from him. But
Oh, I know. Yeah, I mean, being the
he
number
has-
one pick, he should be a lot better than he is. But I mean, 20-10 or 20-12 is no scoff. I mean,
yeah, no.
those are
And
good numbers.
Last game, the assist came into play more. Had 7 assists, 10 rebounds, 20 points. The foul trouble was kind of concerning for me.
That's always his Achilles heel, bro. Always his
especially with the
Achilles heel.
fact that there was no Embiid. You had Paul George guarding him half the time.
Which I think they're going to put Paul George on him in the next game because Paul George is a really good defender and he makes it tough for him.
But for me, when I see Cat and Paul George lined up against each other, that's
I get it.
Eat. You can post him up.
Yes, but he's a damn good. You got to give him credit. He's a good defender too. Paul George is a really good,
and he's lanky too because Paul George is like 6'9", 6'10".
He's sneaky good defender.
But I will give the Knicks their credit. They are looking good. Do I think not Cleveland? I'm sorry, I was watching the game. Do I think Philly will still 1, maybe 2? Yes, but at the end of the day, the Knicks are going to come out of this series, especially the way Brunson's playing. He's looking good. If Mikal Bridges can keep this up, because he's a little shaky at times. If he can keep up this consistency with scoring and giving him 14, 15 a game, and Josh Hart just keep running his heart out because maybe
no
we're
pun
on.
intended.
I didn't even realize I did that.
I think I think honestly, guys, I think that like it's a must win for the Knicks. The Knicks got to get this next game because with OG's health, you want to get him as much rest as possible. You want to get all those guys rest. So if you can close it out in this game, then they might win game 4 just because the Knicks don't give a crap. And then they close it out in 5. But I would say this is a must win for the Knicks.
Because you got a physical game coming up. If Detroit keeps doing what they're doing, you're gonna have a physical next series, right? Yeah, because they play. Yeah. So if you're in New York, you're trying to end this as fast as possible. Get your players healthy. Get your players rested, so that way you're ready for a physical, intense conference finals. In my opinion, and as Nate said.
Rich, your thoughts on the Sixers Knicks series?
Well, first of all, I don't know why we're talking about Detroit, Nate, when you picked Cleveland at 5. So let's stay with that narrative. Let's not talk about Detroit for the next round.
He didn't bring up Detroit for the next round.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No, that was me.
No,
he did. Bro.
No, he did. He said because Detroit plays tough. And they're gonna rush Brunson. Yes, he did. So if we're gonna pick Cleveland, let's stay with Cleveland. Anyways, and he left. Whatever. He can shoot the strays, but he need to put a bulletproof vest on. But I do think the Knicks win this in 5. In saying that, though, I think Philly is a better team without Embiid. And I have been saying this. They should make this Maxi's team. Because I agree with the ball stopper status with Embiid and trying to get him the ball, whatever. This needs to be Maxi's team. And I think they're a better team without Embiid. Robinson going to have to go get another big at the end of the year. But in real time, I don't think Sixers stand a chance. I do think Knicks win this in 5. I do think Maxey can win them a game. And that's probably game 3 or 4 in Philly. Then I think Cleveland, excuse me. The Knicks close it out in 5. But I think this will be a closer series without Embiid, actually. If he comes back, then we might see what we did in game one. But other than that, that's just how I feel.
All right, let's get to the last series. After Minnesota came in a surprise in game one, Ant-Man came off the bench and they pulled off the upset. It seemed like they let their foot off the gas in game two. Just my point of view.
Yeah, they were good with the split. They were like, we're going home.
Yeah. So Nate, I'm gonna start with you, man. How you feel about this Timberwolves Spurs series, and who has the edge?
Yeah, so you said yourself. I think anytime a team gets a split on the road, they lay off the next game, and that's basically kind of what happened. Minnesota was already halfway to Minnesota when they started the game because they sure as hell didn't show up in that game. I mean, they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Give San Antonio credit. You know, San Antonio was playing desperate. You know, they had heard all the talk radio. They had heard all the news. You know, you lost another game. Spurs aren't for real. So they came out and they put belt to ass to Minnesota. But you know what was funny? The funniest part of that game was seeing Ant Edwards on the sidelines smiling. And I know y'all seen The Joker, right?
Yeah.
You know, like that movie, The Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ant's like the Joker, man. Like when he's smiling like that, that tells me like, hey guys, get your popcorn ready. It's gonna be a bloodbath when we get back home. Because like he's got like that Jordan kind of look to him, you know. Even when Jordan got his ass whooped, he probably would smile and be like, hey, I'll see you again. You know, and fun fact, Minnesota hasn't lost a game at home. So I've been telling all these Spur fans in the post and all this stuff, like, hey, y'all shitting on Ant Edwards, man. Ant Edwards is the dude, you know, and I guarantee you, he takes things personally, and he's a competitive guy, very competitive. KJ McDaniels is kind of the same way, and they want to go back to the crib, man. And I'll tell you what, man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. Ant Edwards probably scores 40 points this next game. I think he's gonna come out. He's gonna. I think, you know, first two games, he kind of felt out the knee, maybe took it a little slow. You're going to see the real Ant Edwards in game three. They better. I mean, shoot, if they don't, this Spurs will win the series easily. But I think that they're going to have the momentum. They're going to have the crowd. Their others are going to play better at home. But you're going to see an Ant Edwards that we haven't seen yet. And I saw that smile, man. I'm like, oh, hell. They don't know what's next. So... yeah, I actually think the Wolves win the next two. I really do. I think they'll ride the momentum in both games, and Ant Edwards will ball out these next two games. So,
Marcus, your thoughts on the series?
Right now, I'll give you my ending take on the final. But right now, I like the way Minnesota is being physical in the post with Wemby.
yes.
They're making it hard. They're showing what you have to do.
You've got
and
to.
what Wemby's going to have to improve on is get some strength on him. They are physical with him in the paint. Randall is using all the power he has, and it is showing. He's struggling. They took the foot off the gas last game.
Yeah.
I think this one might go 7.
They jumped out the car. They ain't take their foot off the gas. They abandoned shit.
They're already halfway to Minnesota, man. What are you talking about?
Fuck this.
Hey, they just need to win one. As you say, as they all say, you just got to win one on the road.
Exactly, yeah. And then go home where you haven't lost a game yet. That's why I'm saying they're going to win the next two.
Now, do I think this? I think this one might go 7 just because I think it might be a up and down series, if I'm being completely honest. I think it might literally go back and forth. But go ahead and give me the Spurs. I'm gonna still stick with the Spurs.
Yeah. Hey, Neil.
Minnesota, Josh McDaniels and them. That's all I gotta say. They're looking good.
Hey, Neil, give me some flowers, because what did I say when the last time we talked about this matchup? They had to be physical with Wemby. That's the only way you're going to win. And when you got Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Julius Randle, KJ McDaniels, Jaden McDaniels, you've got to be physical with this dude. You have got to put him on his ass. You have got to make him feel that you're there. And I'm telling you right now, we haven't seen a lot of that. We're gonna see that when they go home. Just you watch, and depending on how the refs call this game, will tell me how this game's gonna go. If they can rough up Wemby and not call fouls, it's gonna be hard for San Antonio to win that game. If they call fouls every second in favor of Wemby, then it's gonna be probably the Spurs to win this game, because the thing is that Minnesota likes to play a tough physical brand of basketball. And the thing is that, you know, Wemby is as good as Wemby is, he's not a physical player. He doesn't want physicality. I mean, the guy's barely a toothpick. So you want to push him, you want to shove him, you want to rough him up and wear him down, because when you wear him down, he's going to struggle on the offensive side too. And he has struggled. He hasn't really put up crazy numbers on the offensive side because they're wearing his ass down on the defensive side. So the thing is, Minnesota's just got to make
only 19.
right. Minnesota's just got to make shots, man. That's just the thing is. Minnesota makes their shots. This series is not going to be very close, because I think Minnesota has better shooters than San Antonio does. San Antonio has better drivers and cutters, but I think if you look at overall shooters, I would take Minnesota shooters over San Antonio's.
Rich, your thoughts on the series?
Yeah, I mean, Ant said it after the game. He told his team that they can't take a cool, in which they did. Ant's definitely not 100% right now. They're gonna need 20 to 25 each from Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle, I believe, to win the series. I do think Edwards can go off in spurts, but I think it's more shooting, and that's not really his game. And freaking Jenkins did it again. Hey, hit a buzzer beater. That's my dog. But yeah, they are being physical with Wemby. I still think Timberwolves can take this. I still say that T-Wolves.
So, before we get out of here, I'm going to give y'all a chance to give us our predictions of the NBA Finals. Who do y'all got right now in the NBA Finals?
NFL.
Yeah.
It's really for that one.
Yeah. Marcus, who's your favorites to come out of the East and out of the West right now?
The Thunder in the West. And give me right now, I guess I'd have to say New York.
Whoop. Nate, your favorites out of East and the West?
Orange and blue finals, man. Give me the Thunder and give me New York.
Oh, those are crazy colors for the finals.
Rich, who you got?
Give me Thunder in Cleveland.
What? I did not see that coming. Whoa.
You tweaking. Give me Detroit and Minnesota.
Hey.
Whoa, Minnesota?
I got Detroit and Minnesota.
Okay.
Hey, Marcus,
I can fuck with that.
You got to understand what I'm doing here, dog. If you know, you know.
And we know it's about that time to head up out of here on that one. Do us a favor, man. Hit the subscribe button, Detroit Fan Report on YouTube, man. I appreciate everybody that came out and watched, man. I'm going to let the panel let them know where they can find them at. And please subscribe to their channel, too. Starting with Nate. Let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, man. One Ass Chica, Three Toes. Like and subscribe, YouTube. We're taking a little hiatus. We'll be back probably around when the schedule release. Super excited about that. Love talking Lions. As of right now, I am a Knicks fan. Go New York, go New York, go.
Brother Marcus, let them know where they can find you at.
You can find me at the Stat Junkies podcast and here on the Detroit Fan Report.
For sure. I'm looking forward next week, man. I hope you do it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, for sure. Rich, man, let them know where they can find you at.
You can always find me repping them Detroit basketball. It's always go Pistons, baby. Find me on X at Riggs928.
Everybody enjoy the night, man. Enjoy this basketball. And we'll see you guys on Monday. With that said,
Go
man,
Knicks.
we out.